Bloody hell, Mark. This is not the way I need to go into the bathroom after you.
What's your problem?
I've had to open all the bloody windows in the hall. Right, I'm going in. So you can see there's quite a current on the river today because none of the boats are going forward. But coming down the river, you're going quite fast.
Come on, Stinky, go and lay down.
Right, go on.
Go lay down. Go on. Be gone with you.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome back.
Yes, and this is the next video out within the next week of the last video.
We're getting good at this.
Oh, almost semi-professional.
We're trying.
Yeah, we're trying.
Very trying.
We're trying.
Very trying. This week, I talk about poo.
Yeah, we meet the Princess of Poo. We meet the Queen of Composting.
Yeah.
The Bard of the Brown stuff.
Yes. I talked to Maria from Strumpet and Trollop. All about composting, how to compost on a boat. So
Yeah, she's been doing it for 10 years on a boat now.
20 years.
No, she's been living on the boat for 26 years, but she's been composting for the last 10, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is doable. So I just thought it'd be interesting to hear how she does it. She's a character.
Yeah, she is indeed. And also, what was I doing this week? Oh, I went off to a show, didn't I?
Did very well.
I've been painting baubles.
Yeah, Christmas baubles in the shop. They
Yes.
are in the Etsy shop.
Thank you to everyone who's ordered the fox bauble. And I've just designed a new hare and badger bauble as well.
Yeah, Badger's baubles.
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Well, Badger's baubles are.
I also went off to the printers as well and picked up my prints, some new prints.
Yeah.
Some of them are from the book as well. So we've got a new running and leaping squirrel that's just come back.
We'll show you that. Yes, because your intention is once we do release the book is to sell the illustrations, the originals, and the prints from the originals
Absolutely.
as well. So
yes.
But obviously it's been another busy and hectic week. But this one's mostly taken up by Maria from Strumpet and Trollop, telling us how to compost on a toilet, on a boat, on a boat.
So there's the spuds cooking away nicely in the fire. We've placed them on either side of the coals rather than in the centre, just so it doesn't burn too quickly. What we'll do is we'll keep them in for about 45 minutes to an hour. About halfway through we'll turn them so that the skins get cooked evenly. But yeah, it's a fabulous way of cooking. It smells great in the boat, and obviously it saves on energy usage as well. So bonus little tip that. So if anybody out there's got one of these fires, do yourself some jacket spuds. There's our jacket spuds, all double wrapped in tin foil that have been in the fire this morning. We're going to put them back in again later on this afternoon, and we're going to have delicious fire cooked jacket potatoes with quiche for tea.
Well, you knew that we had an excess of chilies. Today I'm going to make some chilli jam. We've got quite a few chilies here, and some of them are very, very spicy. Look at all these. Huge Scotch bonnets. Every shape and size. And they're all going to go into the chilli jam. Okay, there's the chilies chopped up. Now, the red peppers. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you what the views are like.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Don't breathe them in. Isn't that what pepper spray is made of?
Yeah.
Whew. I'm killing myself. That looks nice and fine.
Good.
Can you believe all of this sugar is going in it? My goodness. 1 kilogram. Wow. It's going to make a lot of chili jam this, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope. Not good for your diabetes.
No.
All of this. Oh yeah, I bet it dissolves it anyway because it's like a vinegar, isn't it? And another 100 mils that I've already poured out. Over a low heat. And you're not allowed to stir it. That's going to be difficult. Right, Alexa, set timer 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
I'll leave it to set. Today I'm going to be talking to Maria from Strumpet and Trollop, and they're the people that we bought our composting toilet from. She's going to tell us all about how to compost on a boat, and she's been doing it for many years. So it'll be really interesting to find out what she has to say today. Hello.
Hello. I've been wild camping in Scotland for the weekend.
Amazing.
Literally got back last night. I'm feral. I'm basically feral. It's a good job it's not smell-o-vision.
The first question I was going to ask you is, how long have you been living on a boat?
Oh, 26 years.
Wow.
So I first started on a brand new narrowboat, which we had built to our specification. And then while it was being built, I got pregnant. And then we ended up buying this big old Leeds Liverpool short boat. So she was 62 foot by 14 and a half foot.
Right.
And at that time, she was about 70 years old.
Wow.
I then sold her. She was basically on the verge of sinking. She
Right.
needed a lot of work doing.
Yeah.
So I kind of sold her more or less for scrap value to somebody that I knew. And then I bought myself, because the kids had all left home by then and stuff, and bought myself a little 30-foot narrowboat.
Brilliant.
Which was always my dream.
Was it?
And I've been on her now for nearly 4 years.
How long have you had a waterless toilet for?
I've had one for about 10 years now.
Okay.
So it started off, so me and my ex, so I had 2 kids on board, and we always had a cassette toilet, which was just nightmare.
Yeah.
Absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
And my ex had been trying to sell me on a compost toilet for about 12 months, and he just kept showing me the big plastic ones, and stuff, and I was like, and they were like £1,000, and I was like, no way, I'm not having one of them, you know. And then he showed me a wooden box one, and he said we could make our own. So I was like, okay. So we did that, and then we kind of put the picture on Facebook, and then people started saying, can you make me one? And it just kind of just took off from there, really. And like, let's be clear now, nothing composts down in the toilet. It's a collection system.
Yeah.
The composting goes on in the secondary container, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But it's a collection system, but it changes, because when you've got a cassette or a pump, you're constantly watching, you basically have to plan your life around.
Yeah.
Emptying the loo.
That's it.
But once it's the compost toilet, it's just like,
it's so easy, isn't it? And there's no chemicals, which is just amazing. You know,
and no water.
That's it.
And no power.
Yeah. The pump out toilet used loads of water. I mean, it used a lot of water every time you flushed it. Now, I know you've composted on a boat, haven't you, before? And at the moment, we're sending our compost to our uncle's house, where he's got a nice area that we can use. But we're really interested in being able to compost on the boat, and I do know it's possible. So can you let us know how we can do it?
Right, so I do a mixture of composting and burning.
Okay.
So basically, throughout the spring and summer, so I made myself a hot composter out of a polystyrene box. You can buy commercial hot composters. You just need a bit of space, so they're a bit taller. And I will eventually sort of come up with one and manufacture one myself. So I just basically went with this. It wasn't polystyrene; it was polypropylene.
Okay.
Like what they make carbu bumpers out of.
Yeah.
I did this diary, so I did a composting diary, and I sort of like documented it every day and sort of posted it on Facebook and stuff. So what I got was, within 12 weeks, I was planting flowers in it.
Wow.
So I wouldn't have planted anything I was eating in it.
No.
But the flowers, I just mixed it with a little bit of compost at the end, and the flowers thrived throughout the summer.
Brilliant.
So, and I was getting it to temperatures of about 60 degrees.
Oh, okay.
So it was a case of, it's very difficult to just tell somebody how to do it.
Yeah.
So it will be like, these are the basics, and you need a mixture of carbon and nitrogen and oxygen. You know, you need it all. And I likened it to like making a fire.
Okay.
So it's like when you make a fire, every fire is differently. You've got your basic things like how you do it, firelight, wood, coal, whatever. Yeah. But every time you make a fire, it's an organic thing. So you kind of have to, depending on the weather, depending on the draw, depending on how dry your wood is, you know, depending on the temperatures outside. It's a case of, you set it going, but you have to bear with it, you have to stay with it. You have to go, right, what does it need now? Does it need more flame? Does it need, you know, some more wood? Does it need some coal?
Yeah.
You know, does it need some more oxygen? And it's the same thing with composting. So you kind of have to just go with it. So like mix it every day, have a look what temperature's going up. Does it need, I found man loved nettles. So as soon as I like give it a load of nettles and like buried it into the middle and then give it a mix and, you know, put the lid on, then that temperature would, because the temperature kind of comes from the middle.
Right.
And then the temperature would go up, and then it would like sort of like, okay, keep looking. And then when the temperature went down, it was like, what does it need now? Is it drying up a bit? Does it need a bit of hot water? You know, thing. Then, you know, when you put your bucket of poo in, it will sort of like, the temperature will go down then. So it's like, right, okay, I need to give it some more green.
Yeah.
You know, is it, you know, make some more air rolls, is it getting enough air? And it's, so it is more than possible. And when you get into it, it becomes an obsession.
Does it?
And it is so fulfilling.
Yeah.
You know, it really is.
Yeah.
But But yeah, it kind of, it's something you've just got to try.
Yeah.
And the worst thing that can happen is that it don't work. So you just sort of like, you know, put it somewhere else, you know,
Yeah.
like find somebody with a
Yeah.
bin you can put it in or whatever, and then start again. But you could always like sort of save it. It's like, you know, if you mix a bag cake, you can always save it.
Yeah.
You know, you might have to decant it into other buckets.
Yeah.
And then I've also, over this summer, because I've not had the same time, I've just been putting it into 15-litre food grade black buckets. So
Okay.
I've put a lot into that.
Yeah.
And again, that's been left almost a year. So some of the stuff at the end of the autumn kind of thing that I wasn't planting flowers in, and just bucketed that up and put it on my roof. And I cleaned my roof off a couple of weeks ago, took the lids off, and it was composted down. So I just sort of like
Brilliant.
put it, you know, did a bit of guerrilla gardening with it, because it was fine, and put some just normal compost on the top, and it was great. I'm a proper selfie queen, but there was more pictures of my poo on Facebook than on my face.
That's amazing. So it's definitely achievable then. It's just
definitely doable.
Yeah,
It's definitely achievable. It's difficult to explain to somebody when they've not used one.
Yeah.
Like I say, you just realise what a no-brainer it is.
Yeah.
So initially, a lot of people bagged and binned, and that was acceptable. And then Canal and River Trust said that you couldn't do it.
That's right.
But what I found was that people who bought a compost toilet off us with the intentions of bagging and binning, I said once they'd done a couple of bags, and then they thought, actually, this is all right, you know. And this is a waste. I'd actually like to do something with it. So most people did.
Yeah.
And, you know, and the thing is, if you've got any land, if you've got a mooring, if you've got somewhere where you can keep 2 wheelie bins, then there's absolutely no problem whatsoever. So it took us a family of 4 a year to fill up a wheelie bin.
Okay.
And we just like sort of drilled random holes right inside, just to give it a bit of, and then we'd mark when with a pitchfork and just like aerate it a bit and stuff. And then when that was full, we just set that to one side for a year.
Yeah.
Mount again it once a month, gone in and give it a bit of a mix. And then filled up the other one. And then when the second one was full, the first one was ready. We was on land on a farm. First one was ready for just go and put on the roots of, you know, the fruit trees and stuff that was there.
Amazing.
So that is an absolute no-brainer if you've got room for 2 wheelie bins.
That's it.
So this applies probably more to people who are living off grid but on land, not on boats.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Easy.
No-brainer.
And I think what people don't realise is if you haven't got a composting loo, it just really isn't offensive at all, is it? You can't see it. You've covered it all in sawdust. You know, all you can really see there is sawdust at the end of the day.
I like it. So it's like if you've got a dog and if it has a poo and you go for pick it up straight away, there's a bit of a smell, and it might be a bit like... But if you covered that up with some wood shavings and then went back to it in a couple of hours... Fine.
That's it.
And that's the same thing, you know, in the bucket. Initially, you know, you get your best give it 5 minutes. Sort of thing. But once it's covered with wood shavings and it's, you know, the initial smell's gone out of it and it's dried up a bit. Nothing. And the way it's
fabulous.
And then we buy them in kit form, so we've had a delivery. So we sell the kits. Oh, this is one that I'm working on at the moment, thingy wise. It's going to be.
Look.
But that's nowhere near finished. And then so these are the bottles we have put in. The buckets, They're the bottles. So this is a really good design bottle. These are the 10-litre ones, and it empties out in 5 seconds.
Perfect.
They're really good. We've recently had a separator tooled up, so we do the plastic separators now because it's my intention. I'm not getting any younger, and I just couldn't meet up with the demand. So we've had plastic separators done, and they do them in you see,
look at them.
so we do granite ones. We've got a full range of colours. There's white ones, and they're antibacterial like the buckets and bottles. So it's the same company that makes their buckets and bottles that make these now.
Brilliant.
Well, thanks ever so much for speaking to us. And
You're welcome.
And hopefully I'll speak to you again soon.
Okay, just email me, let me know.
Will do.
Send me links and stuff.
Brilliant. Yeah. All right then. Thanks ever so much,
nice
Maria.
talking to you.
All right
Bye-bye.
then. Bye.
Hope you have a great day, and I look forward to coming down and seeing you all through the morning. God save the King!
What's that? Oh, God, it's in the money. My bag of goodies.
Can I say thank you to everyone who's put an order in for Christmas baubles. This is just some of them that are going off in the post today. Well, I fit it all in my bag.
God, blimey, your sack's fuller than Santa's. Who
I was going to say, you've never said that.
Funny enough, you never said it to me.
Thank you for watching.
If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, it's free to do so. And when you do subscribe, click the bell icon located somewhere around here. And that will give you notifications of when we post new videos.
And don't forget to leave your comments. We love to hear them, and Mark will answer every single one.
Every single one, every single one, every single one.
And we'll see you
Next week.
I reckon so.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, bye.